How does an organisation determine its appetite for risk?
Ian, that's one of the most misunderstood topics. Managers think it's about themselves, but it eventually is about shareholders. And secondly, it's about the type of risk that's being, whose appetite is being taken. So to make it clearer, shareholders decide where they invest based on a company's risk in a particular industry. There are shareholders who go for electronics, shareholders who go for electricity. So managers have to decide when it comes to business risk that they have to go with the shareholders' appetite for risk and not take too much risk and not take too little risk. So in a way that's already determined for them, for example, with the beta of the industry that they are in. Now, when it comes to operational risk, it's like there is no upside risk when you leave your house unlocked. Anybody can come and steal it. So that's a question of having zero appetite for risk. So managers need to be careful. Business risk, in a way, it's out of their pocket because it's determined by shareholders. And operational risk, again, they have no choice because that has to be zero because there is absolutely no upside.
I think the appetite for risk, you need to start from strategy. So within Centrica, we have 5 strategic priorities. Within those priorities, we're looking at what is our appetite for risk within those priorities. And we are establishing which risks might compromise delivery of those 5 strategic priorities. And within those, we then work out what risk taking can we take. So if it's compliance type activity, then clearly we have a low tolerance for taking too much risk, and we will articulate that for each of our risks. For risks where we need to create value, we need to grow, then clearly we have a higher appetite for risk. So we're trying to be very clear on what is our strategy, how do we articulate that in terms of priorities, and then which risks might mitigate that, and then for those risks, how do we then articulate that appetite on a risk by risk basis. That's how we are incorporating that at the moment within our business.
Okay, so I can speak from experience. At Stannah, the overall appetite for risk comes from our major stakeholder, the family. It's a 100% privately owned business, and the Stannah family has a fairly conservative attitude towards risk. And that basically has been enshrined in our management approach in the business. And that approach has been validated by over 150 years worth of business success, so it's now part of our DNA in the business.